You can repeat affirmations until you are blue in the face. You can think the thought, "I am abundant," 1,000 times a day. But a thought without a physical anchor is just noise. It has no charge, and it creates absolutely nothing in the real world. When most people try to shape their reality, they start entirely in their heads. They try to force it. They script out their perfect lives, they build elaborate vision boards, they spend hours analyzing, thinking and thinking until they are completely exhausted. And the result is entirely predictable. Usually nothing happens, or maybe you get a tiny win. You feel good for 24 hours, and then your old stagnant reality comes crashing right back. You had the right thoughts, you followed the steps, but your reality just refuses to cooperate. Effortless success depends on a specific, quiet physical sensation that most people walk right past every single day. While we are taught to value knowledge and technique, these mental tools are functionally useless compared to the subtle biological state that actually dictates our experience. Think about those rare moments in your life when something incredible happened without you trying to make it happen. Those brief windows when everything just clicked. Doors opened, the right people showed up, or money appeared completely out of the blue. You weren't actively chasing those things. You were simply in a state that allowed them to arrive. You probably assumed those moments were luck or coincidence. They weren't. Once you learn to access that precise biological state on command, you stop fighting with reality. Instead, you align your internal signal so that your environment begins to cooperate automatically. Your thoughts are just sentences in your head. They dictate what you want, but your physical environment completely ignores them because a thought without a feeling has no electrical weight. A feeling functions as an electromagnetic frequency broadcast by your nervous system. Shifting this feeling changes your biology immediately. Brainwaves shift from high beta survival into alpha and theta creation states. The field responds exclusively to this organized signature, completely ignoring written journals. This works because the nervous system and the subconscious mind cannot distinguish between an event happening in real time and a feeling triggered by a memory. To your body, the chemical signal is the same whether the experience is physical or internal. Because the universe reads your biological output as the current truth of your situation, your emotional frequency is the only actual control dial you have for your reality. Most of us wait for our circumstances to change before we allow ourselves to feel good. We wait for the money to show up so we can feel abundant, or we wait for the relationship so we can finally feel loved. We spend years hoping and desiring. But feelings like hope and anticipation continuously broadcast the frequency of not having. You are transmitting a signal of waiting, and the universe mirrors that delay right back to you. To change the outcome, the emotional effect must precede the physical cause. You have to embody the exact physiological state of the end result long before any physical evidence arrives. This requires cultivating specific target frequencies, deep, unforced states of calm, gratitude, safety, and wholeness. You are teaching your body to feel the satisfaction of the goal as if it were already a present fact. When you invert the timeline this way, you remove the state of wanting. You feel abundant first, and then reality reorganizes itself to match that internal evidence. Understanding this concept intellectually won't change your life. You have to move this frequency out of your mind and install it as your permanent physical baseline. The first step is to drop from your head into your body. Take a natural breath and move your attention entirely into your chest. Feel the warmth and the space inside your rib cage, and ask your body, what does it feel like to have everything I need? Don't look for words, look for the physical sensation. Next, use a memory to stabilize that feeling. Recall a simple moment of peace, walking in nature or a quiet morning, and let the actual physical sensation of that memory come alive in your chest and shoulders. Recalling this specific memory chemically forces your body to broadcast the exact frequency of your desired future. You are using a past experience to trick your nervous system into signaling that your needs are already met. Most people fail here because they treat this state as something fragile that only belongs in a quiet meditation room. They assume the real world will naturally destroy their internal peace. In reality, your internal state remains the primary signal you broadcast, regardless of your surroundings. You must practice maintaining this low-level hum of gratitude while standing in a grocery line, while washing the dishes, or sitting in daily traffic. When these constant micro-returns wire your nervous system to make this feeling your default state, your 24/7 broadcast signal changes. Because the field is constantly responding to your baseline frequency, your external reality has no choice but to reflect the wholeness you are already embodying. You attract what you are, not what you want. If you can feel that quiet knowing in your chest right now, type the words "I feel it and it is already done" in the comments. Let this declaration signal to the field that you have stopped chasing your future and have finally started being it.